This is the installation video for Ology Height Adjustable Desk from Steelcase, which is quick and easy to assemble and use. Soon you'll be able to sit and stand throughout your day. You can follow along with the steps outlined in the assembly instructions, where you'll also find additional tips for installing cable management. This and your user and troubleshooting guides can be found in the small electronics box. Before you begin, clean the floor or workspace being used for assembly. We recommend using a piece of cardboard or blanket to protect the user side of the work surface. Open the boxes and verify you have all of the parts. A hardware bag will be found in the frame tube box. For this installation, you'll need the following tools: cordless drill with bit holder, a number 2 Phillips drive, 6mm Allen wrench, 3/8 inch drive ratchet with 6mm socket Allen wrench or a torque wrench, level, safety glasses, and a tape measure. We also suggest that you have a partner help with the assembly. Some parts are heavy and incorporate electronic components. Unpack the work surface with the backer side facing up and the front edge facing towards you. The front is identified by the user switch pilot holes located near the edge. Step 1. Both legs come fully assembled. Attach the front and back cantilever covers and spacers to the legs. For this 23-inch deep work surface, there's one spacer. If you have a 29-inch deep work surface, there will be 2 spacers. Step 2. Remove the tape from the assembly plates. Loosen the bolts on both leg assembly plates using a 6mm Allen wrench. With the help of a friend, secure the first leg of the work surface using the provided pilot holes and Phillips head screws. Step 3. Unpack the 2 motor cables from the electronics box. Depending on the width of your desk, you may have 2 cables that are the same length, or one may be longer than the other. Route the 2 cables through the hole in the side of the frame tube. Feed the cables until they come out through the end, making sure the longer cable is exiting furthest from the hole. Fit the flexible grommet over the ends of the 2 motor cables and secure on the opening in the tube. This will help prevent damage to the motor cables. Feed excess cables back into the tube. Step 4. Fit the spacer, found in the hardware bag, to the center of the work surface using the pilot hole. Step 5. Position the hole in the side of the tube to face the back of the work surface. Attach the end of one motor cable to the end of the motor cable in the leg assembly. The ends should click in place when fully seated. Step 6. Feed the end of the tube into the opening in the leg assembly until it reaches a hard stop. If the tube doesn't reach a hard stop, continue to loosen the bolts until the tube is fully seated. And attach the second cable to the motor cable until it clicks into place. Step 8. Fit the remaining end of the tube into the opening in the second leg until it reaches a hard stop. Note, the tube will be fully seated when the pilot holes are visible. Step 9. Using the pilot holes and Phillips screws, secure the second leg to the work surface. Step 11. Now tighten the 4 bolts on each leg around each end of the frame tube. Note, your cordless driver will not get the bolts tight enough, so use the 3/8 inch drive ratchet with a 6mm socket to fully tighten each bolt. If you have a torque wrench, make sure it is tightened to 221 inch-pounds. Unpack the remaining parts from the electronics box. Remember, you're working upside down, so if you want the switch mounted on the right side, find the pilot holes on the left side of the work surface facing you. Do the opposite for left-hand mounting. Now that you've determined placement for the switch, place the control box on the same side of the work surface and locate it behind the tube. Make sure the power cord will exit the control box closest to the wall outlet. Step 12. Route the user switch cable under the tube and plug it into the connector labeled A1 on the control box. Note, only switch cables should be plugged into A1 or A2, or the desk will recognize it as a foreign object and not operate. Attach the motor cable to the port labeled 1 and the end of the second motor cable to the port labeled 2. The ends should click in place when fully seated. Route the cable underneath the control box for clean cable management and insert excess cables into the hole in the side of the tube. Plug the power cord into the port labeled AC until it is fully seated. Warning: remove and secure the power cord when not in use to prevent children from operating the desk unsupervised. Step 13. Position the control box about 1/2 inch from the tube and secure it to the work surface using the 2 long Phillips screws. Step 14. Install the user switch using the pilot holes and attach with the Phillips head screws. Step 15. Slide the switch cable into the provided cable manager. Find the pilot hole and secure using 1 Phillips head screw. Note, an additional wire manager is provided for added cable management. However, only 1 pilot hole is provided. Step 16. With the help of a partner, flip the desk right side up over the back edge of the desk to avoid damage to the switch. Plug the desk into power. Use the glides to level the desk from front to back and side to side.
That light down there. Good. Okay.
Step 18. If you have the simple touch switch, skip to the initialization step. If you have the active touch switch, use your tape measure. Measure from the floor to the top of the work surface to determine the height. On the controller, you'll be prompted to select the starting height of the desk. To do this, press up or down on the user switch to scroll through the starting height options. Once you have chosen the height, release the switch and wait until the light guide fills. If you accidentally land on the wrong starting height, press 1, 2, 1, 2 and press up or down on the user switch to scroll through the starting height options. Choose the correct height, release the switch, and wait until the light guide fills. Also, if you're using the active touch switch, download the free Steelcase Rise mobile app for additional features. Refer to the user guide or user video for additional information. Step 19. Before using, you must initialize the desk. To do this, press down on the user switch for up to 5 seconds. The desk will give a small up-down movement to verify synchronization. Step 20. Next, raise the desk all the way up to ensure cords are not disconnecting. Then lower all the way down to confirm proper function. Warning: if not set up properly, this product could cause serious injury due to pinch points between moving desks and other objects. Remove and secure the power cord when not in use to prevent children from operating the desk unsupervised. Verify the height adjustment range is free from obstructions above and below the work surface within the range of travel. Always make sure there is a 1-inch minimum gap between all work surface edges and adjacent furniture or walls. Lastly, read the user guide and keep it and the troubleshooting guide in a safe place if ever a problem were to occur. To fully utilize the benefits of a height adjustable desk, we encourage you to sit, stand, and move throughout the day, because at Steelcase, we're inspired by the idea that your next posture is your best posture.